Hey guys, welcome back to episode 84 of Telepathy. First, let's address the elephants in the room, aka actually let's address the divas in the room. There's a diva in the room. We're in person today, and also if we have stage fright, it's because telepathy has just become such a massive thing that we have so many more viewers and we're just like a little bit intimidated.
Yes, we just have been really overwhelmed by the response we've been getting on the podcast this week. It's been a lot. Okay.
Views have
skyrocketed. Guys, if you don't know what we're talking about, we literally got we actually got 1,000 views on our last episode.
Right.
But only 13 likes. So
where's the engagement?
So let's work on that a little bit more, guys. That's
your homework.
Yes, if you're new, or if you just happened to click on this video by accident, please stick around and give us a like at least so that the ratio isn't embarrassing.
Right. But then again, thanks for the support on last week's episode. If anybody's new, once again, welcome. This is Telepathy, the #1 podcast on the interweb. There's a lot of people don't know it yet, but...
Yeah, it's slowly catching on. It's slowly catching on.
Yes, but we are doing another installment in one of our favorite series, Yap and Recap, this week because there's a lot to recap. Hence the reason why throughout the process of setting up for this episode, a lot of blabber, a lot of yapping. So we're just going to continue all of these conversations and fill you guys in with the past week or two because it's been a journey. To say the least.
It has. We've had a lot of new, exciting things happen. Sort of.
Concerts, illness, shows.
Everything. Just normal. Everything. Just the life has been living this week. So.
Are you living life or has life been living you? Because life lived me this week.
That is so real. Life also lived me this week. Also, I just wanted to say, I was just listening to our podcast from when I was in France, and we did our very first ever Yap and Recap. And it was when I was up on the top of the hill in France outside recording, and it was just making me very nostalgic.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so I didn't realize that Yap and Recap was that old. Is it? It's almost a year old.
It's about a year old now, yes.
Happy birthday. Telepathy's birthday is coming up. Her second birthday is coming up.
Wait, what day is it again? April
4th, I think.
Oh, okay.
So we'll have to remember to celebrate for telepathy. But speaking of telepathy, we have to do our traditions, our camp question, our icebreakers, of course. And it is my turn to come up with it. So your name, your age, and then lemon or lime.
Ooh.
Which one do you resonate with more?
Okay. My name's Anna. I am 22 years old. And I'm gonna have to go with lemon. Because I feel like lemon is so good to go in anything. Maybe not everything, but I'm trying to think of something that lemon wouldn't work in. Even if it was just a little hint of lemon, you know?
Anything peanut butter. I mean, there's other things that lemon doesn't work in, but
that wouldn't necessarily taste bad, you know? Not if it's I'm not saying peanut butter lemon flavored something, but if you put a little zest of lemon in your peanut butter crackers,
it's a little zesty,
that might
a little zest never hurt anybody.
Yeah. So lemon. I have been finding myself, if I have lemon, squeezing it in all of the food that I have. I also love lemonade. Classic.
Absolute classic. Okay. Hello, I'm Enzo. I'm 17 and limes. I think that's why telepathy works is because it's
the opposite.
The lemon to my lime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like lime flavored things better, like key lime pie or just key lime cheesecake, anything in it, so good, or lime sorbet.
Ooh, key lime pie. That is very true.
Oh, the sky just opened. I don't know if you guys can hear
pouring down
rain noise, but that just makes it that much cozier. But
wait, is this where you got the inspo?
Wait, actually no. Wait, thank you to Sprite for sponsoring this episode.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
I think you subconsciously saw this and was lemon or lime because it literally says
lemon lime soda. That's for the all of the above girlies. But no, lime and cilantro, in guacamole, or you could put it on salmon. You could put lemon on salmon too, but it's just that citrus, that zest that we all need.
Very true.
It is really raining. I don't know if you guys can hear. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But yeah, next we'll move on to our movie and TV shout outs from this week. And music and TV shout outs. I don't know why I said that. But I have some things to share with you guys. The first one, this is so random. So when we were in Savannah, we went to this record store and I was feeling a little bit fun. And I looked in kind of the miscellaneous section. Or was it kind of the section in the back? I think it was used records or just some cheaper, lesser known ones, I guess. So I got The Creation by Power Search by The Creation, just as a fun little like record roulette kind of thing. And the first song from it, which is titled The Creation, or just titled Creation actually, but I'm shouting this song out because it sounds really cool and I didn't know what to expect from it, but it's kind of giving like pilot episode of Outer Banks. Yeah. Which that might sound a little cringy for some people, but it does definitely give off that good, like fresh summer vibe.
Sorry, we had to fix the microphone, but my music shout out from this week is going to be Chappell Roan's new song. I know it's like the most popular song from this week, but it's really good. I've listened to it a lot of times and I have been in the car for many, many hours this week, which I'll explain later, but that's the one that I think will end up being like on my, repeat, like most listened to songs for this week.
Okay. For some reason, I have not listened to it yet. Actually, the reason is 2 days ago or like 3, I don't know, sometime this week, I put on my sad playlist and it's quite lengthy, but I've never like changed the queue. Like I've just let it continuously play pretty much and just like paused it and then it keeps going. So whatever's in the queue of that playlist has just been going on and I haven't listened to any new music from this week, which I need to. Normally I like try to be ahead when Friday comes around. I'm like looking through, I'm like, oh, what am I listening to today? But it just was not one of those weeks, but I definitely want to listen to Chappell Roan's new song and I will after this because I'm getting FOMO right now because I can't contribute to this.
It's really good. I was like questioning before it came out. I'd heard the song when she performed it on something before it was released, but I kind of forgot like how country it sounded. So I was kind of questioning when she was singing. It was like a country song. I was like, is it really a country song or is it just like slightly country inspired like everything else has been recently? But like genuinely like the instruments used are like I could see it being played on country radio.
Okay. That's like cool, but also that scares me because I don't really love country music, but I still feel like I like it.
Yeah, I like it because it's the style of country that I actually like. And I normally like women, like female country singers more because I feel like their music is more like...
Not about beer cans and trucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I definitely need to listen to it. I think I'm also overdue for some new Chappell Roan music because I love her down, honestly. But I will say, just that kind of feel-good pop, I feel like I have to be in the mood for it. And I feel like it's definitely more of a summer thing for me. Like the other day, like my friend was playing it in the car. And I remember being like, okay, I love Chappell Roan, but like this is just not doing it for me right now. Like it was something it was like Feminine Phenomenon. And I was like, such a good song. But like, I feel like I need to be like fully in the mood for it to like...
Yeah. And I'm ready for her to release more music because I am getting... Well, surprisingly, like I haven't gotten tired of really any of the songs from that album, despite like how much they're played. But like I am getting to the point where I'm like, okay, I really want some like new music.
I need something fresh and new. Oh. Anyways, we're gonna ignore that. That was my computer going off. But yeah, I was gonna say let's do a week recap, but that is the episode. Where do you find our music shout outs?
Oh, yes. We have a playlist called the Telepathy playlist, and you can go to our Instagram at the Telepathy Pod, go to our highlight titled playlist, and we have a link to our Spotify playlist where you can listen to all of our music. Not all of our music, all of our music shout outs. No, Telepathy, the band. That was our, soft launch of that. We will be releasing an album in a month and 7 days. And
we should make like a Telepathy theme song. Like I feel like that would be funny. That would be funny.
Wait, would it be instrumental or would it have like?
Well, I think it would be like it would probably be like our intro music, but like
it'd be like singing, like a theme song.
But I'm like, how do we do this in a way where it's not like it's not serious, but it's not like fully unserious?
Yeah, that's so.
Like where do I find that balance? I feel like that's what I try to search for.
But wait, do you have any movie or TV shout outs?
No, except in school, actually in my theater class, it was like during show week. And so like my teacher was like, we're not doing anything because like half of us were in the show and we were like exhausted from the night before. So she put on Wicked.
Oh.
So I'm shouting out Wicked.
Awesome. I don't think I've watched a movie this week.
This week was a movie.
Yes, I did. I don't know. Nothing memorable, I guess. But I'll
check your letterbox for you. I have it pulled up.
Okay, good. Because, I know I watched the Beyonce Homecoming movie last night because Kirk was watching it.
Oh,
and
cool.
it was actually really good.
It's just the Coachella one though, right?
Yeah. But it was like, just watching her Coachella performance was really good.
Yeah.
I've never watched any of her performance stuff before.
Yes. Beachella.
But I was like really sick this past week, which I'll get into. But I started watching Love is Blind.
Okay.
And I normally don't watch reality TV shows like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like stupid, you know, like I'm too good for that. But I've heard so much about it and I was like, I just kind of want to watch something like mindless. And then I got like really
TV.
into it and then I stayed up. So I was going to watch a 3.5 hour movie, but I was like, I can't do this. So then instead I watched 4.5 hours of Love is Blind.
Okay.
And then I think I'm already almost done with this season. I'm watching like the current season that like just ended. I think I only have like 2 episodes left because it's
I haven't
so
seen it, but do you have any
addicting.
like lore on it that you need to share? Like any opinions? Like, are you rooting for anybody or like I don't know how that works?
Okay. The thing I've found is that I actually really like the structure of the show, or I just like I think it's more wholesome than a normal like Love Island type show. Obviously because of the aspect that like it's not about looks. So I feel like a lot of the people that are on the show are just actually very like down to earth people who genuinely just like want to participate in it and like see what the chances are of like finding love on the show. And it's like they go to a different city each season. So
where are they?
it's like they're in Minneapolis.
Okay, it's a little random.
So it's like you actually like meet people that are in your area. So it's kind of just like the opposite of a dating app.
Okay.
And it's just interesting. It's just kind of crazy because the crazy part is that you basically like have to get married in like within a month of meeting this person. But at any time in the show, you can opt out of it or like break up or whatever. But I really like all the couples that are in it right now. Like they're all actually like they seem like really good people and like.
Okay, are they like, do you think they're genuinely compatible?
Yeah, like I was actually shocked that like, okay, there was this one couple that I didn't like, but they broke up in the part that I watched today. So I was like, yeah. I just like didn't see them, like I didn't see it working out. But the other 3 that are still left, like genuinely like are just like they're all like really nice people, I think, that aren't like superficial reality star people.
That's exciting. I love reality TV. Like I feel like I need to get into some new ones.
Yeah.
Even like I used to watch the Kardashians a lot, but then I got rid of Hulu. But
you should watch it. It's good.
like the more out of touch the reality TV is, the more like mindless and therapeutic it becomes.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird to say, but I don't know.
It's weirdly like in touch, like, which is maybe why I like it. Like they like break the fourth wall a lot.
Okay.
Like they talk about what it's like being on a reality TV show and like all the like kind of negative opinions that they're getting from all their friends and family being like, wait, what the heck? You just agreed to get married to someone without ever seeing them in person for the first time. We should do an episode on reality TV shows.
Honestly, I was thinking that too. Because I feel like, I don't know, we could talk about like people who have had weird experiences with that or like just everything that goes into it. And
yeah, but I'm really excited for this season to end so that I can look them all up on Instagram and like see who's still together.
Oh, okay.
I'm very excited.
Yes. Okay. Where to begin with our weeks?
I feel like we should start with you.
Okay.
Or I'll just explain like
where our paths crossed.
Yeah. So like it was my finals week this past week. So I'm home now for spring break. And the week before was my second to last week of the quarter. But I came home during finals weekend. But partly for Enzo's musical, and then on Monday I went to an Inhaler concert in the mountains. So I basically like came home and didn't do any homework over finals weekend, which ended up working out. I didn't have any, like, I had already done all my major presentations basically in class. So I didn't have too much to worry about, or so I thought.
Dun, dun, dun. To be continued. Okay, yeah, so it was my show week. The Little Mermaid happened. The Little Mermaided. And
The Little Mermaid.
And though it was a crazy week, like I have to preface this all by saying that like this moment will go down in history because The Little Mermaid, like it's my favorite musical, it's my favorite Disney movie in every way possible. And so this whole experience has been so like healing for me. Like I don't know like what that means, but something about it, it's just been like such a full circle way
yeah.
to finish my time here at, I almost said my school name, my high school, because I'm graduating in the spring, which is
High school reveal.
crazy. So it's like I've been getting very existential for a lot of reasons because it's just like I think back to my freshman year, my first musical, and just like the fact that we're all wrapping it up right now. But then again, it's like we're wrapping it up with this show and just like hearing the overture or hearing like Part of Your World or just like any of the songs has been so like, oh, it's been so good. It's been so good. And it's funny that I'm getting all like, oh my gosh, about this when it's like I'm literally was Ursula. Like I caused the whole show to like fall apart basically. Like the whole, like I'm the plot destroyer pretty much. So it's funny, like, oh, it's like the Little Mermaid, like Part of Your World. It's so beautiful. And it's like, oh, who did you play? Ursula. So that's been funny. But Ursula is like #1 dream role. So to get to do this has been so great. And
I also, this is like an interruption, but I told everyone in my class who, when I presented my project, I had a project where Enzo did the voiceover.
Yes.
When everyone was talking about the voice, I was like, yeah, the person who recorded this just played Ursula in their school play.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yes. Yeah, because I did a Hunger Games voiceover for Anna's project.
Yes.
That was like, that was really fun. And then, yeah, doing the makeup and everything, which like that was fun. And that's the first time I've ever glued on my eyebrows. I had a wig on. So it's like just the process every day. I had my XXL nails. So it was like having to go to
Diva
school.
nails. Your baddie nails, as they would call it, dressed to impress.
This is like my first time this year that I haven't had nails on.
Wow.
And it's like, and that's not by choice.
You can actually like do stuff.
I know, but it's not by choice because
I don't have nail polish on either, and I usually have nail polish on.
I know, it's just like
we're both naked.
Yes, literally. So this is the first time I haven't had nails this year. Once again, not by choice because I took off the XXL nails and my nails were destroyed. Like you can see they're kind of just like cracked and like the shape. It's like the thing where I don't even want to cut them because they're going to be so short to where it's like painful. So I'm just not touching them until next week because I'm probably going to do them again. But just like going to school and then so Monday and Tuesday. So we had like the Saturday tech rehearsal. That was from 8 to 4. So it's like already tired. Then I just like did homework on Sunday. Then that Monday was the first dress rehearsal. And so it's like I have to go to school. And then like some people, our call time was like 3 something or like 3:30, I think. Because we started the run for dress rehearsals at 4:30. And so some people would like go off and get food and all of that. But because my makeup routine was so heavy and just like took so long, I would like come back from fourth period and just like immediately like get started. And then we do the show and then we do like the notes and everything after. And then it would be like 8 p.m. And then by the time I get home, it was like 8:30. So I was leaving my house at like 7 a.m. and coming back at 8:30. So I was just like so tired. And then literally on Wednesday, we had like an in-school performance for like some of the special education students. And then also like a local middle school came to see it. And so that was a lot of fun. And it was a good like trial run, you know, of doing it for the first time in an audience or for an audience. But then literally one of the pipes burst at the school, which I think we talked about this in the last episode.
Yes.
So that was crazy, but it was all figured out. So I was clear that was going to affect the show the next day though. But then it was opening night and I think it went really well.
Yeah.
Honestly,
it did.
like that was when the Anna came to.
Do you think it like got better as the days went on?
So I feel like I'm such a perfectionist. And so that's why like with this show, it's something that I've had to get over because you know, in the past, I've just had like supporting roles or like an ensemble role or something like that. So it's like, I feel like I would like perfect my scene and I wouldn't have like a crazy ton of lines. So I would just like perfect the way I wanted each line to be said. But I feel like with a show like this, it's like there's a lot more lines and there's songs and stuff. So it's like, I mean, obviously, like I did give a consistent performance, but it's like some things were different at a night, or like one night I would like speak something or something like that. So it's like I had to kind of get over this perfectionism of like you just do the show and like it's like
Yeah.
anyways. So I think that there's some parts where I'm like, oh, I like the Poor Unfortunate Soul Surprise from the first night, but I like Daddy's Little Angel from the second night better. But I like this.
Okay.
So it's like very minor things like that. But overall, like there were no huge things except for the shell during Daddy's Little Angel literally fell off. Like the magnet just like snapped and I caught it like with my peripheral vision and just like didn't even look down, which honestly, because if that would have fallen, it would have been bad because there's a line later in the show. It's like, if the shell breaks, you die. So it's like,
Yeah.
I die 2 seconds in. So that went good. And then, yeah, like it was just a lot of fun. And like the orchestra really brought it to life. And like, it was just like such a dream, honestly. And it was kind of a fever dream at this point. Like, I'm kind of like, wait, it's over. Like, I did that.
I know. It's weird that, like, I feel like it's always weird with stuff like that, with, like, either, you know, a performance or, like, this just popped in my head, but just, like, making dinner, making a meal.
No, literally.
Like, it takes so much time to, like, prepare, and then it's over in, like, a blink of an eye once it's performed.
And it's hard because like I feel like I really, really, really prepare for the show, but it's like with something like this, I feel like you're never fully ready for it. So that's why like when you do it, it's kind of like, wait, it happened.
Yeah.
It's like you're never fully in the mindset where you're like, okay, let's do this. It's kind of just like you just have to throw yourself out there and like do it.
Yeah.
And it went really well. And I think that like everyone did such an amazing job. And so that was just been like so much fun. And
yeah, I wish you guys could have seen it. And so it was amazing.
thanks. I want to post like, I want to see if I can post like a little clip from it or something like that without getting sued.
Literally best Ursula ever. Like if I ever see another Little Mermaid, I'm gonna be like, wait, why is this Ursula not Enzo?
That's funny. One of the teachers at my school, actually, she came up to me and was saying that, like her daughter like loved the show, and she gave me this little plushie. If you're watching the video episode, you can see it.
That's so cute.
And then she brought her daughter's Disney autograph book, and I was looking through it, and like the page before was like Princess Jasmine, all fancy, and I got to sign it as Ursula, which
that is so
is
cute.
so sweet. And I was like, oh my gosh,
like that would convert. Like if somebody asked me to do that I'd be like, okay, I'm going to apply for a job at Disney right now as a princess.
I know. I literally
that would make me
Disney,
feel
like,
so special. Like
I'm just such a Disney fan.
Yeah.
It's like that's why this whole experience has just been like literally a dream come true.
Yeah.
And like it just all makes sense with everything that's happened in theater and high school, and just like some of the emotional roller coasters that theater has taken me on throughout high school, like it all coming down to this. Sounds like somebody in my house just like fell. Hope they're okay. Yeah, like it all coming to this is just like really special, and I love The Little Mermaid so much.
Yeah, it was really good. So after was the like week after, wait, when was your spring break?
It hasn't happened yet. It's at the end of the month. So yeah, we did the show, and then like it finished on Saturday or whatever, and then Sunday I did some homework, but I like literally just stayed in bed. Like I literally was
I know,
just, like,
I bet that would feel so good to be done with something that big.
and my back hurt so bad, like because I also like died every night in the show, and like I would get, do I still have the I don't
my
even still see
gosh.
the bruise, but it was like kind of painful.
Yeah.
But like, so I don't know. That was the funny part though, is like everybody was so emotional on the last day. Like on the last moment of the show, because everyone has that moment where it's like in the finale, it's like the part of your world. But me, Flotsam, and Jetsam are just backstage, like, we're gone. So it was kind of just like weird that I died, and then I kind of just like got up off the ground and I was like, wait, that's it.
That's it. Like,
and then Anna came down for it, and then my friend Lisa literally drove from Maryland just to come see the show.
oh, I didn't realize
So I was
that.
feeling very special and loved this week. So I was like, guys.
Yes, I like wouldn't have missed that for anything. I would have
my
like gotten a
gosh.
B in the class for that, because I'm like it just is such a full circle thing.
Yes. No, because everybody who knows me knows Ursula. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah.
So yeah, then I came for that. I got to see like Carolina and Kirk. And then I just had a few little days at home and relaxed and relaxed. I did get some work done, but like I really didn't have that much to do, so it was nice. I went to like breakfast one day with my grandparents, which was nice. We've been going to this like place that just has like a huge like southern breakfast, and you order just like, you know, what type of eggs you want and then what type of meat you want, like classic, like so good. And then like, yeah, and then I drove to Asheville on Sunday for the Inhaler concert. It was my third Inhaler concert. Third time's a charm. No pun intended, because they're Irish and like Lucky Charms.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Happy St. Patrick's Day to them.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, yes, tomorrow. But I drove 5 hours from Savannah to home. Then I drove 5 hours from home to Asheville for this concert. I don't really know how I've done so much driving. And also, like, I was staying 45 minutes from Asheville at my aunt and uncle's house, south of Asheville. So it's just been a lot of driving. But I got to stay at my aunt and uncle's house, which was nice. They're actually in Greece right now with my mom, which I'm really jealous of. Like, my mom's been sending so many pictures and stuff, and it looks really pretty and awesome. I stayed at my aunt and uncle's house alone, which was really weird. But it was nice. And then, so on Monday was the concert, so I got there the day before the concert. And I decided to get in line at noon. The doors open at 7, and I think that's the earliest I've ever gotten in line for a concert, actually.
Wait, 7?
The doors open at 7 p.m.
And you got there?
At noon. So
oh my gosh.
7 hours.
Well, that was like not too far off from Wait to
Because, yeah, I mean, Declan McKenna was like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And then my last Inhaler concert, I got in line at 1. So.
Were there other people?
Yes. So.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
So, like, the Inhaler fandom is just, like, so annoying, but, like, fandom, I hate that I said that. Like, fan base.
Fandom.
Yeah.
The Inhalers. What do they call it? The asthmatics?
The asthmatics.
Wait, actually?
No, yeah. Nobody actually.
Wait,
like,
I literally just guessed that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, nobody actually, like, says that, but, like, that's what we respond to.
Go fetch asthmatics. That's what you respond to.
If someone were to ask what do you call an Inhaler fan, it would be an asthmatic, I'm pretty sure.
Like Inhaler fan?
Yeah.
Asthmatic? Yes.
But so I get in line at noon, and I knew that there was this one girl that I had met at the Raleigh show. Her name's Jen. I like sat in line with her at the Raleigh show back in October, and I knew that she was going to be at this show as well, but she was going to get there like a little bit later, and then her car ended up getting a flat tire on the drive from Virginia. So she got there like 3. But when I got in line, there were these like girls that I sat next to in line. I was number 40.
40, and you got there at 12?
And I got there at 12. So the earliest people, I heard that the earliest people got there at 6 a.m.
That is ridiculous.
Which is ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
And the venue was 1,000 people.
What are we doing?
There's no need to do that.
What are we doing?
And, like, I know I'm totally part of the problem, but, like, I have to do what I have to do, okay? And these people who were first in line, like, had been barricaded, I think, at a few previous shows. Like, they've been kind of following them from city to city. But then during the show that night, the lead singer asked, like, which of you guys camped here overnight for this show? And, like, a few people raised their hand. So then I was like, wait, was it 6 a.m. or did people camp?
Ew, no.
Yeah,
no, make it stop. Make it stop.
Yeah. Anyways, who knows? But I got there at noon. I got in line. I was 40th in line. We were doing numbers, which was nice because I knew that I could, like, go to the bathroom and stuff without having to, like, you know, really worry about losing my spot. But the girls who I sat next to were really nice. They were actually both, like, 27-ish.
Okay.
And then these 2 other girls on my other side, they were, like, your age. They were in your grade, but they live in Charlotte. And we all kind of just talked the whole time, and they were all really nice. The two girls who are older had actually been to like most of the other concerts I've been to. Like they were at the Declan McKenna show with us in Carborough. They've been at all the other Inhaler concerts that I've been at, and they're going to Wallows.
I kind of want to go to that.
Yeah,
honestly.
I kind of do too. I kind of feel like we're gonna end up going to that if I'm here.
I know we are, but last time we had that whole thing where we were like, we have to get the tickets now because they're $50 and they're gonna go up, and then they like went down.
Yeah.
So.
So who knows? But I brought like I brought like a book. I brought 2 books because I thought I would have so much. I thought I'd be so bored, but it was actually the best waiting in line experience I've ever had because all these girls, we just like talked the whole time, and it was really awesome. And the funniest part, okay, some funny parts. One funny part, right when I got there, as soon as I like sat my stuff down, this old lady who's like 75 walks up to us, and she's like, "What are y'all waiting in line for?" And we were like, "Oh, it's the Inhaler concert." And she was like, "Inhaler?" So then she like looks them up because she was like intrigued. She was like, "I'm always interested in what people are waiting in line for." So she looks them up, and she's this like old, like picture this old like mountain, you know, old lady that lives in Asheville, very kind of like granola. She has like a tote bag,
like Marty's
you know.
Happy Pants.
Yes, like her. Very like free spirited. She was actually on the way to take pictures of some trees.
As one does.
But stopped along the way. And so she starts looking up Inhaler, and we're like explaining who they are, and we're like, "Do you know U2? Like it's like the lead singer is Bono's son." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I went to U2's first American tour in the US." Like,
that's such a cool fun fact.
Yeah. So then the girl who was putting numbers on our hands like started coming down the line, and the old lady, her name's Elaine, she asked for a number on her hand. She was like, "I'll get a number, I might come." So then she gets out her AirPods and puts them in and starts listening to some of Inhaler's songs. And then she's like, all right. And then she starts looking at the tickets, but they were like $70, and I got them for like $40. So I was like, I think that's a lot. So she went to the box office to look to see if she could get like cheaper tickets. And she was like, all right, well, I'll be back like if I decide to come. But she never ended up coming back.
Oh, okay.
But she seemed like very spontaneous and like
protect her at all costs.
Yeah, like I thought it was so awesome. I was like, that's so cool. Like just to spontaneously get in line at like 7 hours before a show, and you're 75 years old.
Oh, that is iconic. Well, she could have come back if it was 7 hours
I told
before.
her that. I said you have a number, so you can come back like even right before the doors open, and we'll let you in line. And obviously, I'll hold your spot. Like I was right next to her, but she didn't come back. But it's okay.
That's funny. Well, she still like could have, maybe like next time Inhaler comes or something like that. Cause now
she's on the radar. Or they're on her radar. But it was funny because we were sitting like right by the stoplight, and all these cars kept stopping by and being like, they would roll down their window and be like, "What are you waiting in line for?"
I mean,
be like, Inhaler.
Like 7 hours before, like I feel like I would be a little bit curious too.
Yeah, even though like the name of the band was on some of the sides of the windows, or on the side of the buildings, but whatever. But it was really fun because like everyone kept asking, and some people got really excited because like Asheville obviously just had a huge like hurricane, and they're still recovering from that. So a lot of the locals seemed really excited when we would say that we were like waiting in line for a concert, because they were like this one guy was like, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome!"
Like we're so back, girls.
Yeah, like we're so back. Okay, so then later in the day, when my friend from the Raleigh show got there, I went and talked to her in line for a bit. She was like around the corner. And then after talking to her, I was like, all right, I might just go like wander around the perimeter of the building just to like take a walk, but also like to see if I see any of the band, because like that does happen.
Yeah.
Literally right as I round the next corner, there's like a window that you can see through to the other side of the building, and I see like this blonde hair, and I'm like, that's Bobby Skeets.
Were there like other people there, or was it like just you?
No, it's just me.
Like they were there for you?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So I round the corner and I like literally just bump into them basically. And it was Bobby Skeets, who's the bassist, Josh, who's the guitarist, and then their pianist, their keyboardist, who he's not like part of the band, but he's part of the band, you know?
He's like a rotating kind of.
Like he's always been their piano player. He just doesn't publicize his face as one of the members of Inhaler. I'm not totally sure why. I think maybe he just doesn't want to be. But I was like, oh my gosh, can I take a picture with you guys really quick? Like, because I could tell that they were like heading in for something. And they're like, yeah, sure. So I took a selfie. And like, for some reason, Josh, the guitar player, thought that I only wanted to take a picture with Bobby Skeets. So he's like, do you want me to take a picture, guys? And I was like, no, let's just like all take a selfie together. I felt kind of bad that like he didn't think that I feel like maybe he's used to getting left out or something, which is really sad. But that just like was so exciting because I've been trying to meet Inhaler like for so long, and I'm so happy. So cool. It was a very short interaction. I was just like, have a great time tonight, like good luck, and they were like, yeah, enjoy the show. And then I was looking in I have this like 5-year journal that actually I'm on the 5th year now, which is crazy.
Oh my gosh.
But 2 years ago was when I was like really obsessed with Inhaler, like at the very beginning of my obsession. And I wrote like on this, I went to the concert basically on almost the same day 2 years ago. And I had written like, I think the question was like, what's one thing you wish to have happened today? And I wrote like, I wish I had met Inhaler after the concert.
Oh my gosh.
And then that day I got to write like in the margin, like, oh my gosh, I met them today. Like it was very exciting. Anyways, yeah, the concert was really awesome. Also like the lead singer does one thing where he comes into the crowd at one point and he chooses like one girl to like sing the bridge with. Like he like they do like they sing it together, and he came like right to my like the girl right in front of me, so I got like a really good video of this girl and I sent it to her. But that was awesome. And yeah, and then I went back, and then I drove back to Savannah the next day.
Quick turnaround time, but
yes,
it's what fans do.
Oh, who is that?
Alrighty, guys. Just kidding.
So then I come back. I drive back another 5 hours to Savannah. I felt fine the whole day. I felt great. It was a great drive. It was like the sky was blue. I get back to my class at. Okay, I got a. It's always around this point in the like fast food eating that I'm like, okay, I need to get a Chick-fil-A salad. But also, I feel like something is always underlying when I eat a Chick-fil-A salad. It means something's wrong.
Their cheese is weird.
Okay.
Their cheese like gives me dairy problems. I don't know what that means.
I have never felt good when I've eaten a Chick-fil-A salad. And I'm never going to eat one again. I'm so serious. I don't think this is what caused anything, but I think it was like one of the cherries on top. And like now I just associate it every time I'm feeling bad. Like I got one, my first Inhaler concert, and I felt terrible in line the whole day after eating it. So I think I don't know, something's suspicious about the Chick-fil-A salad. So I get back to school, I drive straight to class, I do my makeup in my car. I'm like really roughing it. And then
that's commitment though.
Yeah, I go to class, I present my project, which had already been done. I was just waiting to present it. Is the one that Enzo did the voiceover of. Yes. And the presentation went good. And also, so the AC was out at school that day, which really was terrible. And
there's a lot of cherries on top.
Yeah, just a lot of things. Yes. And I just like was starting to get really hot. I just like didn't feel great, but I thought it was just because I was tired. And then I start to be like, okay, I'm like actually feeling nauseous. So I go to the bathroom and I just like used the bathroom, came back. And then I just kept feeling worse. And then I knew he was going to let us out of class like an hour early. So I was like, I can wait. Like I can hold it. Or, you know, I can just like get through it. And then I just start feeling really, really bad. And then I feel like I'm getting pale and like I'm sweating. Like I just could feel like I was like about to almost pass out or something. And my friend afterwards told me that like she thought I looked like really pale. And so I like get up really fast and run to the bathroom. Luckily, my classroom was right next to the bathroom. But I run into the bathroom and then, like, trigger warnings, throwing up. I, like, did not make it to the stall.
Oh.
And I just, like, barely didn't make it to the stall. But thank goodness I made it to the bathroom. Because if not, if I'd have waited, I would have thrown up in the middle of someone's presentation. And I don't think I would have ever been able to recover from that. No. So, but I threw up in front of, like, 3 people in the bathroom. I just, like, threw up my whole Chick-fil-A salad onto, like, the corner of the bathroom.
Oh.
And this one girl that was, like, waiting in line for a stall or something, or was just standing there, she goes, like, oh. And then she just leaves.
Stop.
And then this other girl was washing her hands, and she ran out and left the water running. And, like, nobody asked, like, are you okay? Or I was hoping that...
Okay, that kind of, like, makes me feel, like, a little bit sad.
Yeah, like, I was... Like, I'm not, like, asking for people to ask me if I was okay, but it's more just, it was just funny. And also, I figured maybe one of them would have gone to get a cleaning person, because that's what I would have done. I would have been like,
yeah,
okay, I'm going to go find someone that can clean this. And I was going to yell, like, can somebody go find me a cleaning person? But, like, I just couldn't. So then I tried to clean up as much of it as I could, and then I went to go tell a security guy, like, that we needed a cleaning person down in aisle 6. But then I just, like, went home and was sick, like, the whole rest of the day. Like, I couldn't keep anything down. And I was, like, first thinking it was just, like, food poisoning, but now I'm thinking it was a stomach virus.
Ugh.
And then I got, like, really dehydrated because I couldn't keep any liquids down. And I was, like, really thirsty, but I just, like, couldn't drink anything. And then, yeah, it was just really terrible stomach virus. And then the next day, my stomach was fine, but I had a fever. Luckily, I didn't have any class that day because I don't have classes on Wednesdays. So I got to just rest the whole day, and eventually my fever broke. But then I was like, okay, so here's the thing. So Thursday morning was my final class of the quarter, like my final day of this class. And I didn't have to present anything. I didn't really have to do anything. Just submit some work, which I could do, like, on my own. But here's the thing. It was my last absence.
Ugh.
Meaning if I didn't go to that class, I would fail the class because SCAD has a really strict attendance policy. And it was kind of my fault. Like, obviously, I'd gone to a concert and skipped class. I had already skipped class.
It's kind of the Little Mermaid's fault.
Yes and no. Like, I feel like I would have slept through that class anyway. Mm-hmm. So I accidentally slept through the class that I was supposed to go to before I left for the Little Mermaid. But, like, I think I would have slept through that anyway. But I don't know. I think my subconscious was also kind of like, let's just sleep through this class and then drive home instead. Because I'm not doing anything in that class anyway that day. But anyways, long story short, because I slept through this class by accident on the previous Thursday, I now have to go to this class on Thursday or else I'll fail the class. But I have a stomach virus. So I emailed my professor, like, hey, is there any chance I can go on Zoom? Or, like, is there any workarounds? Because, like, I'll go if I have to, but I also just don't want to get anyone else sick. And she emailed me back and she was like, unfortunately now after COVID's done, like, we can't do Zoom and, like, all this stuff. So long story short, I ended up having to go to the class. Luckily, I actually felt pretty good. Like, my fever was gone. I wasn't nauseous anymore. It was more that I was just, like, dehydrated and hungry and, like, weak because I had lost everything in my stomach. But I got through it and it was fine. So it ended up not being bad. But that really was the worst attendance scare I've ever had.
Yeah, that could have been... Like, could you have graduated without that credit or something like that? Or is, like...
I could have taken the class. I would have had to take the class again next quarter.
Oh, no.
Which,
no,
like, is stupid because I had already done everything for the class. Like,
know.
it's portfolio. Like, I've already put my portfolio together, rebranded, so it would have been stupid. I also literally set like 10 alarms that morning, and I told Brooke, because she had an 8 a.m., I was like, if I'm not awake when you're leaving, like, please wake me up because I have to go to this class.
Like, I have to be here. Like,
Yeah.
if
And then the annoying thing was that this ended up being a class where she let people out early. And like all the stuff was just stuff I could have done on my own. And I had done most of it the night before. It was just submitting all of our final assignments. And I had done most of that. So it was a bit annoying. Like, I understand that, you know, she has to like follow the attendance policy. But it was just like, of course. I mean, I'm lucky that it was a day that we weren't doing anything and that it wasn't a presentation day. That was good. And then my class later that day I ended up skipping because I did have an attendance left for that, and we weren't doing anything because we already presented. So it worked out. But I'm done with the quarter. It feels so good. I have my website officially done. I have my portfolio. I have 8 portfolio pieces officially done. And then I have a few that are like projects that I could still develop if I want to put one in there. And I think next quarter I'm going to have a portfolio project to put in. So, but it's like feeling finally like I'm getting to the end because I hate doing portfolio website, honestly. It's like, ugh.
But like, you're literally in the home stretch of like college
I know.
overall. Like, this quarter is over, and then now like
I know. And my roommate Brooke just moved out today, and I'm getting a new roommate who's moving in like today or tomorrow. So that'll be interesting.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like what the heck? Why am I done with college in like 2 months?
I know.
Even like, and like other people are finishing earlier, not at SCAD. I mean, at SCAD, a lot of my friends are leaving after this quarter. But most of them aren't. But like for example, Amelia finishes in like early April because her school finishes so early, and then Carolina finishes early May.
It's just crazy that like, I don't know. I feel like I accepted that everybody was like a senior in terms of in college, and then I'm a senior in high school. But no, I keep forgetting that being a senior means, graduation, and this not that far away.
It's going to be sad. I'm like, because me and my 2 friends, Lily and Maggie, who've both been on the podcast.
Yes.
If you're an OG, we had like our last little like dinner / drinks together, and it was like really sad, and like I'm not ready to face the emotions that I'm gonna have to face in like 2 months, you know?
Can we have like an existential crisis episode?
Yeah.
Because I feel it's like it's on the horizon.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about like this week. That's why this week has just felt terrible, is because last weekend we were doing the show and everything. So it just felt like a continuation of last week. So it's just like, I feel like it's just one long week, and it's been so stressful, and school has been awful, and people have been awful, and I've literally cried 6 times this week.
I know, I wish we could get into all that.
I would honestly at some point
in the future. Yeah.
I would love to, because that's just like,
we can have a podcast in like a few years. We can have a podcast episode in a few years that's like things we could have talked about, things we wanted to talk about 4 years ago but couldn't, or something like that.
We should make a list for that, because yeah.
We should. That's a good topic.
No, guys, this is PSA to like be a human being. The freak. Yeah. Anyway, so that was annoying. But then now it's like, I think the reason why it was like amidst all of that going on, and then like other stuff, and then just like being tired with school, and also the existential crisis kind of thing. And it started getting into like, now I was kind of like, okay, the Little Mermaid's done, and now we're in the post Little Mermaid. I have to figure out what I'm doing with my future era. Like, this is like kind of the home stretch of senior year, and I'm like, I don't like that. Like, I loved the Little Mermaid, and now that it's over, I'm like, I have to decide where I'm going to college, and then there's a college decision coming soon.
It's funny because you kind of finished with your like theater stuff. I mean, you're still in theater class, but like, and then I finished with my SCAD district stuff. Like, I'm officially like not the creative director anymore. I just submitted my last graphic last night.
I know.
And I'm still going to be involved in district, same with how you're going to be involved in theater for the next end of the school year. But like, it's like, wait, why is this ending? I feel like we just started this.
I know. And then I was like crying, and I would cry more, because like then I would just get like,
yeah,
I don't know, like there's, this sounds dramatic, but there is so much change in the air. Like, I feel it. Like, not only just like obviously there was change with the show being over, but I know that like change is on the horizon.
Yeah. It's weird to like be in each of the places. I think it's cool that we're 4 years apart because we are always in like the next stage and we'll always be in the next stage.
Yeah.
Or I'll always be in the stage ahead of you. But like, it's weird to think that I, you know, was so sad and cried so much at the end of high school before going to college. And then now I'm going to be so sad and cry so much before the end of college. So it's like, what you're crying about now, the change,
like it's inevitable.
The change that you're scared of will soon be what you're comfortable with and crying about it being over.
Exactly.
Which is so weird. And I'm also more just like not ready to have to be emotional. I don't know why. Like, I haven't been very emotional in like a little bit, so I don't really feel like having to like cry and like
I feel like
hug
I'm
my
unlocking
friends.
new emotions. Like I like wake up with this like heaviness, and it's literally an existential crisis like living inside of me.
I don't know if I'm like a like weird personality type, but I like just don't want to have to like cry and be and like say goodbye to my friends.
I don't know what I am right now.
I just want to skip past that. Like, obviously, I don't want to say goodbye to my friends and all that, but it's more just like I don't want to have to go through all the emotions of that.
No, I know. I just like don't want to like deal with any of it, and I feel like I'm unlocking new emotions, and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, like
like it's like I know it's necessary, but it does not feel good at all.
Yeah,
like I know that this like has to happen. Like
exactly.
But I'm like this feels.
If I
feel
skip
awful.
past it and don't be emotional about it, then I'm gonna be like, that's not how it's supposed to work, but like I don't want to.
I know.
But I am excited. Like I am really, really applying to jobs now. I say that, but like I haven't applied to jobs in like 3 weeks or 4 weeks. But I'm gonna get back into that. But I'm gonna have to really start applying to jobs. See if I can get a job by June. If not, I'll be home for the summer and we can record in person the whole summer.
Yes.
And then hopefully I'll have a job in the fall. But
and what if like
we'll see.
We just happen to be in the same place in the fall?
Yeah, what if we do? Wait, did I tell you about? I don't think I told you this. This one of my old coworkers reached out to me. He works at IHOP corporate now.
Oh, that's fun.
He worked at the Sphere, and then he just got a new job at IHOP corporate. And he reached out to me saying that they're looking to hire some new junior graphic designers soon. And like I gave him my info and all that. So my first interview might be with IHOP, which is funny. Which is in Pasadena. So.
That's in the same state as UCLA. That's so funny. That's funny. I realistically think that I'm going to be in LA. I just hope that you are. Yeah, that's kind of the problem.
But I also really want to go to Europe. I need to set aside some time, like aka tomorrow or something, to really start researching like how to make this happen. Like, because
I don't know what you said. I need to set aside time, aka tomorrow, to see how I can make this happen. Like I don't know why. Just like that was funny.
But like, yeah, I just need to like I need to start being very logistical about it, and actually make it happen instead of being like, I want this to happen and just applying to jobs and not having any plan. I need to like make a plan.
Yes. Hopefully all of this like change that I'm sensing is actually good, and that all of me going through the 12, the 48 stages of grief right now, like double it and give it to me.
Wait, how many, is it the 8 stages?
I thought it was 5.
5? Oh, I wish it was 8 because I was going to say that's how many
denial,
tentacles you
anger,
have.
bargaining.
I was going to say if it was 8, that's how many tentacles you have.
8. True.
Wait, how many, did anyone comment that? How many tentacles does Ursula have?
Oh, that's so good.
I should have commented
that's
that.
So good. That's so good. I really love that actually.
Wait,
actually, in the original animation one though, for animation purposes, they made her have 6.
Oh, I think I heard that somewhere.
I think I had 8 though. I think so. Did I? I didn't count.
I don't know. You didn't count.
I missed my tentacles. We had a bonding moment. We bonded.
Oh my gosh.
They were so voluminous.
They were there for you and no one else
carry them
was.
to the dressing room. No, literally. They were also protecting me.
Yeah.
Send help.
Anyways,
God. Okay.
I think this episode is going to be like an hour long.
It is. Notice how like when we're talking about something like actually thought provoking, it's like shorter because we have less to say. But
We're
it's
like, all right, let's. Thanks
me
for
when
watching,
I'm talking
guys.
about just a thought provoking topic. Me talking to myself. It's like I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I was talking about Ursula's tentacle. It's like going on.
No,
about
okay,
it
but like it was an eventful 2 weeks. The first week was great. It was show week. Second week
the aftermath.
was correct.
Well, yeah. Thank you guys for listening to everything that happened to us in the past week. I know that we're such interesting people, and you're always on the edge of your
They're like,
seat.
what happened in the last 2 weeks? Like, guys.
But
We should have a reality TV show.
we should.
That's a camp question. Remind me to think of that. What's your favorite reality TV show?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But yeah,
Locking that in.
I thank you for watching. We'll be back next Tuesday with a new episode.
Yes. I think we have 30 more seconds on the SD card. Correct?
Yes. Let's get this done.
So follow us on Instagram at the Telepathy Pod for more updates about episodes and all of that and fun interactive content. Subscribe, like wherever you're listening on, leave a review on Spotify. That is all from us.
Comment on YouTube what you like.
Engage.
Please.
Please.
And thank you for listening. Bye, guys.
Bye. See you next Tuesday. Telepathy Tuesday.
Yes.